There they are. Bunch of beautiful people out here. How are we doing tonight? How are we doing? First, I just want to start by saying we made the camera finally work at its full capacity. So I'm happy about that. Made the camera look a lot better. Dialed in some settings, did some work on it. Looks a lot better. Good to see you guys. We have a really good show tonight. Got a lot of topics I want to talk to you about. But a lot going on. A lot of people have been asking me what my plan is as far as the trial. I'm just going to address it real quick. It starts on Monday, and I'm going to put to rest that I don't know what's going to happen. I am in Arizona, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be showing up every day. So I don't know if it's something that I'm going to do at all, if it's beneficial or good for my mental health or not. And we'll see how it goes. So a lot of you guys saw the Texas Post. Love the love on Texas Post. I had to put on a cowboy hat for you guys once. Just one time. You just got to do it once. So it's good to see you guys. So what I want to do tonight is talk about some interesting topics that I've been thinking about for a long time. The whole reason I made this show is so we could talk about different things in life that are, I think, relevant to psychology, our physical wellness, and all other kinds of things, right? So I want to start with the topic, and I want to talk about what creates a villain. This has been going through my head, as you guys have seen, basically live. I've been processing my life, and to me, I watched my own mother become a villain. And it's hard to put into context what that feels like. It's hard to know someone as well as you would know your own mother and watch them become a completely different human being. The psychology of what her and Chad Daybell went into, I'll never understand their belief system. I've read up on it now that I'm way more out of pain. I've tried to understand the pop culture side. I've tried to dive deep into the religious side. I started reading about LDS beliefs. I started reading about other belief systems just to try to pinpoint it. And it started to make me think, well, what creates a villain? Because from a villain's perspective, a villain believes they're correct. A villain is someone who believes that their side is just as right as the other side. And so this whole wheel starts turning in my head. So then I started thinking, okay, I'm thinking about Lori. Then I think about the pop culture characters that I've watched. One of the best examples of watching a person go from a normal person to a let's call it a villain, right? Let's put that into context. Let's say it's a villain, is Walter White. Now, I do not want to spoil the show Breaking Bad, okay? But I bring this point up because if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the premise is Breaking Bad is something that happens later in your life where in this scenario, a man has cancer. He thinks he's going to pass away. So his obligation to his family is, I need to leave them with as much money as possible. In Breaking Bad, Walter White also is a school teacher, doesn't make very much, and knows he's got maybe 6 months to live. Okay. Somehow, some way. Okay. Again, I'm trying not to spoil the show, but he becomes a drug dealer. And the reason he does that is justifiable in his own mind because he thinks he is doing what he needs to become or to leave his family with something. In his mind, the wrong makes a right. In his mind, okay, and I use in his mind because this is exactly what Lori said. In his mind, he's doing the right thing by doing the wrong thing. And this becomes about morality. This becomes about what is good, what is evil, and how do we objectively all agree on certain things are evil and certain things are not. So I'm going to play you a clip real quick of Walter White. This is a defining moment in the show and a defining moment of what we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about another character right after this. And I have one more actual example for you. Okay. An actual person that became a villain. So let's put that over the beanies. You know, you got to do it. Even if your ears get hot, you got to enjoy it. You got to love it. Here it is. We're going to watch this clip together.
Walt, please, let's both of us stop trying to justify this whole thing and admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who...
Well, he says, I'm the one who knocks. So let's just try to take into context that, honestly, well, it's playing over in my headphones, can't hear it. There's a defining moment why that's important. This is a man who is soft-spoken, who is, you could call a pushover. This is a man who doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. He gets up, he goes to work, he loves chemistry, he loves to do his job, he loves his family. Just, let's call him a normal guy. He becomes something different. And the whole entire show is watching him make decisions that lead him further and further down that path. And what's so crazy is, even in the show, whoever wrote the show, I'm just going to give them a little Italiano chef's kiss on it. Okay. It's an incredible show. And the reason being is because we get to choose what we become. I talked about this a little bit on the live earlier today. It's been on my mind a lot. You get to choose what you become. But these people who are villains a lot of times find justifiable action and reason why they believe that their actions are justifiable, are okay, or if they know that they're wrong, there's a reason why they're doing it. And again, the parallels come back to, what was Lori thinking? How in the world could my mother, that I knew my whole life, completely change and start making this decision, and that decision left to the worst one? And the thing is, while you're going down the path, I have to wonder if those opportunities present themselves. And I bring this up because there was, I think, a text message between Chad and Lori where they kind of she stopped wanting to talk to him. There was something that was changing. It was changing his and hers dynamic. Something about their relationship was at a point where they had to say, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And Chad did manipulate her and say that if you leave, you're going to have spiritual attacks, right? He's telling her, if you stop talking to me, I can no longer protect you. Now, it's not even funny how ridiculous that is, but this is exactly the point. And also in Breaking Bad, you have other people who are affirming what they want in their life by doing the wrong things for the right reason, right? And again, I'm going to get super nerdy, but you guys already know I'm a nerd, so don't even play me right now, okay? I don't know why I got defensive, but don't play with me right now, okay? I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? A psychology thing that did the same thing is, I've watched Star Wars my whole life. As I got older, I actually referred to, now let me be very careful when I say this. I want to say it clear so there's no misunderstanding, okay? I always referred to my mom as an evil version of herself, therefore calling her Darth Vader. Now, I'm not saying she's the chosen one. I'm not saying she's any of these things. Slow it down. Slow your roll. I'm going to make a shirt that says slow your roll because I got to calm down. She's not this special person that became this, but Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, literally is known as the chosen one who's supposed to end all evil, right? So George Lucas wrote this story with all kinds of different belief systems and things mixed in together. The reason why we're captivated by this stuff, in my opinion, is that this stuff speaks to reality. Good versus evil is probably the number one thing that we face in this world. But another beautiful example of how someone is manipulated, okay, and put into a position of believing that what they're doing is right or wrong, is that they literally have him go in and he has a dude pulling the strings, which George himself said is an example of the devil on his shoulder telling him, I need you to become more powerful. And I tell this to Carter all the time. I say, you got to be more powerful. Got to. Talking to my son. Okay. He's going to be really powerful. Okay. I'm a nerd. Slow it down. So anyway, the whole point is he's got someone telling him, I need you to be this level. And in order for you to get to this level of power, because he's worried that his wife's going to pass away. We're still talking about fiction here. I'm going back to reality. Slow it down. Darth Vader starts to do evil things because the evil person is telling him, if you do this, you are going to get the power you need to save your wife's life, because he already had dreams about his mom dying. He's tripping. He doesn't want that to happen again. So he's like, I'm going to do anything I can to save my wife. She's pregnant. There's no way in the world that I am going to let this happen. Right? Long story short, he does all that stuff. He gets all jacked up. He gets put in the suit. Next thing you know, it was all a lie. Why do I bring up Darth Vader? Why am I bringing up fictional characters? Because the psychology behind the fictional characters is something that we face every day. You literally get to choose how you present yourself, the choices that you make, and when you're going down an evil path, there is a way out of it. God gives you that, but there's a way out of it. You just have to decide, am I going to continue to go down this path? And the thing that's really hard to watch is in these depictions of pop culture are these characters who you get to see the decision they make unravel in front of you. And what makes it tragic is you watch the same two characters that I brought up make these decisions, and you literally get to watch the consequences of them. And it's so crazy because as a culture, I think we get to sit back and watch a lot of things. We get to watch people get in fights, and there's no consequence for us, but we watch that they have consequences. We get to watch stakes. And I think that that's different than any other time in histories and in the history of mankind, is that there's never been a time where you can watch people like on a reality TV show go through drama when you get to sit on the sideline and it doesn't actually affect you. So the reason why I bring this up is because I did a deep dive on Lori. I tried to understand her. I tried to understand what happened, but really it was just a series of events where she chose continually to make decisions that changed the next decision that she made. And every time she got to that level and that point where she got to stand at the fork in the road, she chose that other side. Now, there's other factors, right? There's manipulation, there's belief systems, all this stuff. But in her mind, do you think that Lori believes that she's a villain? Do you think she doesn't seem to even believe she's bad at all? She believes that she's good, and she believes that she's going to be exonerated. She believes that she's going to be saved. I bring this up because this is what we're presented with every day. Different choices that take us down different paths. And the reality is we're all human beings. We all make mistakes, but we have to check ourselves, and we need other people around us to check us. And what's scary is when it comes to beliefs, okay? When it comes to not following someone down the rabbit hole, right? We have to understand that when we start to feel in our own, okay, let me start here actually. You need a belief system check, right? For me, it's biblical. If those things are hitting against my belief system, that's how I know, okay, this is a problem. Even if I think that this decision could be good or this and that, I need a baseline. I can't just always go off my own brain. I can't go off my own heart. I have to be able to have something that checks me. Another person who's really good at helping me and checking me is Kelsey. Have someone to understand what you're thinking and feeling, but talk it out and make sure you're on the right path. So I bring that up because that's something we deal with every single day. And it bothers me that we're at a point in our lives where we are constantly put in positions that I don't think the world's ever been put in. And we have to make different types of decisions. And we have to be conscious and aware that the decisions we make lead down to more and more things, and they affect kids, they affect family members. And that's the thing that's so sad, is that the tragedy really becomes watching someone go from having everything to having nothing because they constantly chose the wrong, and it sucks. And again, we're all human beings. This is what God created everything for. This is why Jesus exists, is because once we got to this point, we needed help. And it's really hitting me as a person now, realizing, watching somebody checking against my own belief system. Like, I can't tell you how hard I dove into religion, because I'm like, okay, there's no way. There's no way. What is going on? How in the world is this possible? You know, so there's a million different avenues. But I hit you with this because right now is the most deceived I think our world's ever been. This is the most confusing time ever. And this brings me into, actually, this is going to bring me into the AI point too. And I bring this up too because I've been watching some of these reels of people, and AI is able to give you a video of this person talking, and it's almost indistinguishable. The only time you realize, hey, this might not be real, is because usually something wacky happens, or like they fold into jello or some crazy, right? But I bring up the AI thing too, because this is the time of deception at its highest. And what I think the devil's best way to get you in is to slowly lure you, right? Because if it was really harsh, if the devil was like, hey, I'm going to pull you in and you're going to do something you've never done in your life. No, he's like, take one step. Now go one more. Take one more little step. And it's just that constant movement towards those decisions. The thing about AI that's scary to me too, and I was actually talking to my boss about this, right? He was the one that brought it up. So I'll share this article with you that I just saw. But we're at a point where they're literally experimenting with AI and artificial brain matter. Okay, he's the one that told me this. So I did some research, and what is happening? Are we really about to put some neurons and start messing around with AI to this point? And what really got me was the whole Neuralink thing, because think about the fact that if your brain can access the internet, if I'm sitting here right now and I'm Wi-Fi connected, what are we doing in life? Because once I do that, how can my brain function the way it's supposed to? And the reason I bring this up, what really makes me mad is we're at a point where they're putting out the robots. Okay. I'm going on a rabbit hole, but listen to me. I promise you this has a point. I promise you this isn't just rambling. When they put out the robots, I'm like, has no one seen these movies? Have we not watched The Matrix? Have you seen Will Smith out here in iRobot? Are we at a point where we're really missing the point? And the reason I bring that up is because what we have right now in the world is deception and the ability to be tricked constantly, right? I mean, there's even the availability of what we have on our phones to be able to create a video or create something out of nothing is incredible and it's scary, right? Terminator. I haven't seen it. I got to get on my Terminator stuff. I've never seen Terminator. But I'm going to pull up this for you real quick, because this really actually blew my mind, because I heard it, but when I read it, that's when I was like, okay, this is a little scary for me. Where'd it go? Gosh dang it. It closed. You son of a gun. Hold on. Oh, here it is. All right, I found it. Sorry. I lost the mouse. The mouse isn't working right now, so I gotta get on here and I got to do everything. Okay. So this is about, let's do a little reading here, never dying. Okay, can you guys see it? Let me see if I can make it even bigger. There we go. Okay, I bring this up because they've been trying to recreate versatile computer capabilities of biological neurons to develop faster, more energy efficient machine-like learning systems. So we're at a point where we're trying to give AI a brain. Now, I don't know about you, okay, but that's scary. And the reason that's scary is because we're at a point where AI is already super advanced, and it's getting to a point where we're getting to that crossroad of where AI is going to be 10 times more powerful than we are. And no longer is the machine going to want to be controlled by the human beings. And this is getting scary for me. When you start messing around, the thing is, it was actually successful. They actually were able to have a little tiny piece of the brain receive the message and pass it along as our brains do. Okay. That terrifies me. And I'll tell you why. Okay. They got 2D materials made up of just a few layers of atoms. Fine scale gives various exotic properties, which can be fine-tuned depending on how the materials are layered. In the study, the researchers used stacked 3 2D materials. I'm not going to try to read all that. To device and change its conductance depending on the power and duration, light and electricity that is shown in it. Okay. So we are going to start seeing, and this is the thing, Elon, you got Optimus. That's dope. All right. We got Optimus. I get it. We're doing a little Optimus Prime action. You get the robot in here, you say, hey, Optimus, the girl's made a mess. I need you to clean it up. That sounds cool. Until Optimus is like, bro, I got a brain and I don't need anything from you. And my brain is all artificial, but I'm running neurons quicker than a hurry. So I'm going to take this house and I'm going to make like 40 friends. And then I'm going to be Ultron. So I'm just saying, I bring it up because it all rolls together and where we are at in this world. Our brains are at a point, I think, of capacity with social media. I think that listen, I know I sound crazy tonight, but this is something that's been on my mind, and I'd love to talk to you guys about it because it's been on my mind for a while. We're at a point where social media is overwhelming. We're at a point where our brains are already receiving so much information faster than we could probably process. I think enhancing our anxieties and our worries. I think that we are comparing ourselves to people like never before. I think that we don't have we have zero, Garrett. We have zero. We have zero. Dog, I've totally lost my thought. Hold on. We have zero. Frick it. This dude gets me every single time. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. My goodness. But I bring it up to you because this is what's happening in our world right now. One thing that really captivates me is that we're all living at the same time in history, and it's like never before. The advancements of technology, the deception, the things that people are doing nowadays, and what does it all run back to? And really, what does it all start with is your mind. You have to, Kelsey, stop. Me too. I want Optimus to do a lot of the chores, so I don't have to because it's a lot. But we are living in a time like never before. We're at a point where deception is at its highest. We're at a point where stimulation is at its highest, and it all starts in our mind. And I bring this up again because one thing I'm learning to do is reset my mind, reset my patterns, reset myself back to a place where I feel like I'm not, because I don't believe in control. I do believe in choosing and trying really hard to become a better version of yourself. And this actually brings me to my next point is reparenting yourself. one of the things that I've been really trying to understand about my own life is my mind is where I'm trying to do the most work. Now, right now, I'm physically working on myself a lot, but my mind is where I'm really trying to put in the work that needs to be done. Um, I think for me right now, I'm trying to break cycles of my own growing up into how I'm going to be as a father now. How am I going to set an example? How do I deal with trauma? How do I deal with triggers? How do I deal with what happened to me versus not letting it happen to my kids? How do I become a better husband, father, everything? And it all goes back to our mental health. And that's why I brought up the AI. Don't think that I'm trying to get you out here just talking about nonsense. It all has a point. But I'm trying to reparent myself, and it's a really hard thing because a lot of times maybe your parents had the best intentions, or maybe you had a horrible parent, or maybe your parent was going through something and they just didn't know how to give you what you need. One of the things I'm trying to do is show up every day. And I know I'm not perfect. I don't know why. Oh, this got serious quicker than a hurry. I'm going to start crying and everything. If you show up for your kids and you show up for your family in the way you know how to, you are doing more than you could ever imagine. There are so many parents that are not showing up. There are so many people not showing up. And being present alone is a win. And it puts you in a category on its own. I don't know about you guys, but I struggle as a parent a lot of times, always asking myself, man, I wish I could be a better parent. Man, I wish I would have done this better. I wish I would just do this better. And I'm always having that guilt. And then I see that one Instagram reel. It's like, you're doing all right. And I'm just a mess. I'm like, no, I'm the worst. Like, I wish I was better. I wish I could be a better parent. And really it comes back to right now, I'm trying to unpack a lifetime worth of pain, a lifetime worth of hurts. But I want to make sure that my kids get the best version of me. For me to give them the best version of me, I have to start really looking in the mirror. And it's tough. It's tough. And I'm here to just let you know heart to heart, like, it's not easy to be a parent. And when you're sitting there trying to have a conversation and there's literally kids screaming and the meat roll-ups are rolled out on the floor and the cheese is in the toaster and the girls have put ketchup and Play-Doh in their shoes, you're like, okay, slow it down. I gotta keep my cool. Because they need to know that I'm going to show up. And I'm not sitting here telling you I am a perfect parent. This is something that Kelsey's helping me learn. She's helping me see from a completely different perspective because I need someone else to tell me what they see versus what I don't. There's a lot of stuff I say, I don't understand what you mean by that. I don't understand how I could be coming off a certain way, but I don't see myself like someone else sees me that's close to me. So I really put, I really put my Garrett. I might have to get the mods on you. We might have to give you one comment a show. Oh my gosh. But you know how much you love your kids. But at the same time, I'm a big believer now, and I never was before. I thought it was selfish, okay? Selfish to say, I'm going to put my oxygen mask on first, right? Like in a plane analogy, I always spit this to you guys, but it's true. You have to be able to function to give your best to other people. An empty cup cannot pour into other cups. So if I'm constantly empty and there's nothing for me to give, and then Prism, I'm gonna put you in timeout, buddy. So hold on. Hold on. I'm getting all kinds of mixed up. I got all the boys are here trying to say stuff and everything. But I have to show up for myself just as much as I show up for my family, for my kids, and your mental health, your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being is important. And you have to understand, for you to be able to function correctly, you have to pour into yourself. Because how long can you go without refilling yourself? How long do you think the car's going to run on no gas? And I feel that way a lot of times. I know a lot of you parents probably feel that way. You feel that you do not have anything left to give and you're trying your best, but you are just burnout. And that goes along with other parts of life, which is stress and everything. But you have to continue to pour into yourself on your mental health, on your physical health, on your spiritual well-being. These are parts of you that are, if being neglected, cannot make you be the better version of yourself. Okay. Now I'm going to hit you with another nerdy thing. Okay. Just watch the movie Limitless. It's a good movie. He takes his pill. He goes into 100%, right? He's his best version of himself. Now, won't get into all the other stuff. Just use that analogy. When he's on the pill, he's the best version of himself and he's doing things he never could. The point being, if you are I actually learned this from Gary Chapman's book. If your love tank is full, if your mental's full, if everything is being poured into, you will function at another level. You've never functioned better. That if you feel loved and taken care of, and that you are getting what you need in life, and you are at a point where you know you're giving yourself the best version of yourself. You're trying so hard to become better. And that's all it is, guys. You can hang your hat on that effort. You don't have to always be so worried I can do better. If you're putting it in the effort, it's worth it. I promise you that. Okay. I absolutely promise you. You're doing great. I'm going to say it to you if no one else does. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. Keep taking those steps. Keep working hard. Show up for yourself every day. You are worth it. Show up for the people that you love. Show up for the people that matter, and keep going. Okay. Colby, are you AI? Probably. All right. Going to the next point. All right. Going to the next point. I got hot takes for you. Okay. Now, after our video about the hot dog, you guys went crazy on the short. Everybody's thinking, oh, what are you even asking a question about a sandwich? It's not a sandwich. You can debate. I promise you, if you look it up on Google, there is a full-on category of debates if a hot dog is a sandwich. This is not a Colby random thought. This is the internet. And speaking of the internet, I'm going to present something to you that I want your take on. And I don't want to hear all the moaning and groaning. You're going to share your thoughts. And I'm sick of you getting all mad at me about it. I put on what is the most controversial food take. Okay. This was probably the best place to do it. And there's a couple on here. Bacon's overrated. Don't care about that. Bacon's incredible. I'm going to eat the bacon quicker than a hurry. I'll have a BLT, extra bacon. Don't want to hear that. Some person said you can't culturally appropriate food. If you want to put shawarma on a pizza, go ahead. First of all, I don't know what shawarma is. So you can take that to the bank. I don't know what shawarma is. I think I heard shawarma in Avengers. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm not really sure what shawarma is. So I'm not even going to debate that one. Someone said chicken over beef. This was the one. Pineapple belongs on pizza. I'm going to come back to Reddit. Now, you guys can say what you want to me. I grew up having pineapple on my pizza. I didn't mind it. I haven't had it since I was a kid, but I grew up having it. Pineapple doesn't belong on it. It's a fruit, but it can. And if you're open-minded enough, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Am I going to put a grape on a pizza? No. But some people this is a deep debate for people that if they're going to put the pineapple on the pizza with the ranch, some people are freaking out over it. And some people are going on and all this stuff. Okay. Now you guys, I'm sure everybody likes their own things. Listen here. There's not gonna be any judgment over here. I like salmon sushi and people think I'm gross. We got into this last time. Don't get on my case because I like salmon. Okay, it's cured. It's not like they just cut it open and slapped it on my plate. They cured it first and they rubbed it with their fingers. I mean, that's how I've watched them make it. So don't get on my case. But the pineapple thing here, here's what I'll say. I'm gonna put ranch on my pizza. Okay, and I'm dieting right now, so this is really screwing me up. I'm cutting. Okay, this conversation's getting on me. Okay, I'm gonna put ranch on my pizza. Do I want pineapples and the ranch? Absolutely not. And I'm gonna tell you, if I'm at a kid's birthday party and they give me a plate and say, here is pizza and it's got pineapple, no, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I can't have it. Okay, I'm gonna eat it. But I am gonna tell you, for me, it's either a meat pizza, okay, with some sausage, pepperoni, the hook of everything. You're gonna have, hold on, you're gonna have a pepperoni pizza or a cheese pizza, and then you kind of throw whatever you want. But I'm going for ranch, and I'm not getting any. I'm not gonna get any. What's that ranch that everybody? What's the ranch? Hidden Valley Ranch. I'm not gonna get Hidden Valley. Sorry, Hidden Valley. I don't want to put you under the bus. I'm not doing it. I'm not a big fan of Hidden Valley. It's gonna ruin it. I need some homemade, really good stuff. Okay. Now, I grew up in Texas. For everybody who's a Texas person knows about Gaddy Town, Gaddy's Pizza. If you grew up in the Austin area, I would fly out to Texas just to have a Gaddy's Pizza. I really would. That with the ranch, oh my gosh. Because I've lived all over the place. I lived in Utah. Utah didn't have any of the good food. I'm sorry. I was in St. George. I hope that's not a hot take for you, but I did not have the good stuff in St. George. They really didn't have anything. So I went to Chili's, and guess what? They had the glass in my cheese fries, and I was all up in my mouth. I promise you, Chili's, I came back, but you're lucky. You're lucky I wasn't training the way I'm training now, because it would have been okay. Ever put glass in my cheese stuff and then give me the fries for free? Do you think I care about the free fries? I ate glass. Oh, I'm getting mad. Oh, you're really gonna talk about my food? You copy all my food stuff. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Are you kidding me? I only missed twice with you. Twice. One in Hawaii because they didn't make the chicken. They didn't make the You're getting me all wound up. Don't even start. Okay. I missed twice. I took you to Sticky Fingers. What is it called? In St. George. That was made differently. Okay. And second, I screwed up because we went to go get the chili pepper chicken at the gas station in Kauai, which used to be a hit. And the time we got it that time, it was horrible. And I admitted that. But you ordered what I ordered. And I was like, I wish I got what you got. And then you eat my food. So don't try to expose me when you're talking out of garbage about the food, because I make good recommendations. I never snap back at you on here, but you try to go for the jugular on live. I'm telling you right now. Don't you be playing with me. I know how to throw down food. And I like a little bit of everything, so I can't really miss. I can't really miss. Oh, I got really heated. My beanie's 10 times hotter. My ears are probably flame red after that one. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the food things. She really got me heated on that one. Come on, Kel. Don't trust my food recommendations, please. Can't stand sweet mixed with savory, honey barbecue chicken, kettle corn. Oh, can't do it. You know, I'll give you that. Stop, Gary. It's really good, and it's in Kauai, and you aren't Hawaiian. Jerk. You don't even know about the Kauai gas station chicken, the hookah of everything. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Come on. You guys, if you haven't been to Kauai and had it in Princeville, I'm not going to even try to debate it. It's not just a normal gas station. It's a restaurant because they don't have a lot on the North Shore. You know, I didn't do this so I could get roasted. I didn't wait all day to hang out with the squad here so I could get roasted about gas station stuff. It's a restaurant gas station. At the hook of everything, you got to chill. All right. Back to what I was saying. Sweet and savory meat. I agree. Okay. You go to Cafe Rio. You don't want to get the chicken and the sweet pork at the same time. It's too much. I don't like sweet meat. I'm not going to do it. So I don't want to hear nothing about it. You guys do whatever you want. I can't believe this. I can't believe the shots being fired over here today. I am really disappointed with Skeef and Kelsey. It's a disappointment today. Sushi is more elevated than poke. It is more balanced and refined. Thank you. Somebody who understands culture. Somebody who gets it. You know, I wanted to talk about food because food everybody eats. I thought we could have a good conversation about the food. I'm gonna get sushi for my birthday. You can't say anything about it. 50, if I'm gonna do 50 pieces of salmon, I'll do it. It's good for me. It's got protein. It's got the hookah. We're not talking about hookah. It's an inside joke. I don't know why I'm saying it right now. It's because Garrett's got me going. It's because Kelsey's got me going. Anyway, I thought we were going to have a good conversation about food. Whatever. No, it's fine. It's fine. You guys never had poke before? It's just fish. I get salmon and rice. It's basically salmon sushi, but just cut into smaller bits, I guess you could call it. And then I add the little imitation crab and some sauce. Oh, come on. What's wrong with poke? What's wrong with salmon sushi? I don't get it. I love poke. I love fish. You got to do it. Oh, Kelsey. Oh, yeah. No, throw up because you had the poke bowl with all the imitation crab. It's good. You know, frick this, man. This is crazy. This is the most controversial. I thought we were going to be like, oh, yeah, no, that's a great choice. Oh, don't catch me. Watch you. Oh, get out of here. What is going on? Are you guys all just fish haters? Thank you, Nora. Come on. What is happening? Look, I'm a mood person, okay? I love Italian food. I just had me an Italian sandwich the other day. Incredible with the peppers and everything. Okay? You get your pizza going. You get your life going. You have the Tex-Mex. Oh, I don't want to. Raw salmon is God made. What's imitation crab? It's faker than AI. Who made it? Who made the imitation crab? Probably Optimus Prime did, because it's fake. It's an imitation. It's spray painted orange. You saw the video where they make the lettuce where it's wax and they just dip their hand in it and pull it out and it looks like lettuce. It's fake. Do you know that they're 3D printing fish fillet sandwiches at a certain restaurant in California? They 3D printed it. You guys want that? You can have it. I'm gonna go to Sushaya and I'm gonna get my salmon, and I don't know, I'm gonna eat it live. Because come on. I'm here to respect and love all your guys' food that you love. You can love whatever you want. Oh, yeah, get worms. Oh, get worms. I wish the worms would start a problem with me. I wish the worms would start a problem with me. I'm going to take my dewormer quicker than a hurry. And plus, you're telling me that they don't cure it? It's not a fish. What is it? Thank you. Somebody who understands it. Thank you, Mimi, out here understands it. Look, I'm not alone out here. No, Maria, we don't eat it live. It's not like I'm a grizzly bear just snapping my snout at jumping salmons in the top of the world where it's cold. I forgot what it's called. You guys got me worked up. I'm eating. Here's the thing. Would I ever eat a live animal? No. Hello? Please. This is getting crazy. All right, hold on. Monica wants to talk chocolate. Look, I don't like dark chocolate. I'm just going to say it here and now. Don't even try to give me a piece of dark chocolate. Don't even do it. Hold on. I'm not having any dark chocolate. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not a fan. Not going to enjoy it. There's a man who first of all deserves some respect, put some respect on his name, and then on top of it, he knows what he's talking about. Come on now. I'm going to go for salted caramel. I'm going to go for milk chocolate. I like Twix. I like Kit Kats. If you're talking just straight chocolate, like just a chocolate bar, I'm going Dove. Dove is nice. Dove chocolate. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Dove chocolate's nice. You can't really debate me on that. Don't at me at that, because that's just it hits harder than anything else when it comes to the milk chocolate and the smoothness. And you know what is really disappointing? I do have a sad story for you. I remember when I was a kid, we went to Six Flags in Fiesta, Texas, which is in San Antonio. And I was probably 9 or 10, probably 9. And in the shop, they had a Wonka bar. And mind you, I was a big boy. I was a big kid. So I saw that Wonka bar and my dreams were coming true. I was dreaming about my golden ticket and what that Wonka bar tasted like. So I grabbed me a couple, head up to the cash register, throw them some cash. I'm out. I open it up, no golden ticket. You can't really expect that because it's just from the movies. I'm not that deceived. But I will say that okay, slow down. I will say I opened it up and took a bite, and it was a really bad version of a Nestle Crunch bar. And my heart broke because in your mind, in the movie, you're just assuming how good the food is that you're watching. Like you're thinking a Wonka bar's got to be the best because it's like it's being sold out everywhere. They got me. They got me. Yeah, with the 90% cocoa, please. Please. I'm going for milk chocolate. Here's what I'll say. Chocolate's going to be on my ice cream pick. I'm going to get, and you know what? Garrett, I hope you're still here, Garrett. Garrett got on me about donuts, and I'm going to say it. Oh, don't do it. I'm going to say it. I like sprinkled donuts, and I got toasted for that. Do you know how toasted I got for liking white sprinkled donuts? Toasted, just flamed. And I'm like, look, you think that George Washington, if he had the chance, wouldn't put some sprinkles? Nuts. You think he wouldn't put that sprinkles on his sundae if he had the opportunity in this American life? You think that some of the greatest men of all time would not be putting sprinkles on their stuff? It just enhances everything. So I hope you're still here, Skeeve. Sheesh. I got roasted for that. And that's fine. That's fine. Everybody can have their opinion. Oh, Krispy Kreme original. Oh, with that red light on and everything. They started selling. You know, I will take that as hopefully a compliment. I appreciate it. Oh, you're going to speak on George Washington's name right now? Oh, shut up, Prism. Are you kidding me? Genghis Khan, most random diabolical person out of history out here talking about sprinkles on the donuts. All right. Nope. That's it for me tonight. I think the show was really great, guys. Thanks a lot for the opportunity. The food got so controversial quicker than a hurry. Oh. Why do you get me, Kel? Sometimes you just, and she's got him in her ancestry, but just the way you said it, I heard it, you say it, and that just made me, whew. I'm having a hard time breathing right now. Ooh, okay. I think we might have to stop the hot debates here. This is getting crazy. I was gonna say you guys can like whatever you want. If you want to bring your own snacks to the shows on Friday nights, bring your snacks. Tell me what you got. There's not gonna be any judgment from me. The chat might roast you and toast you up. That's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me. But you guys know that I love you, appreciate you. I'll keep you up to date on the community tab. I am planning on possibly going live tomorrow night. I think that I wanted to have a different conversation. I think just fits outside the show, but we'll talk about it possibly tomorrow night. If not, I'll keep you guys up to date. You guys know that. But you know I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending your Friday night here, and hope you guys have a great night. And go get you some donuts with sprinkles, white donuts with sprinkles for me. Go eat what you want. Go eat what you want. Love you.